Okay, so you know how sometimes you see a thing in the news and you're just like, wait, what?
Yeah, it definitely happens.
I mean, this whole interim U.S. attorney thing in New Jersey with Alina Habba.
Alina Habba, that's the one.
Yeah, it really caught my eye. I don't know about you.
For sure. And I think that's why we're taking this deep dive today right into this appointment.
Yeah, exactly. And specifically, we're looking at, how people are reacting to it based on this transcript we got from a video on the Ring of Fire YouTube channel.
Right. So we want to understand, like, what's going on here? What are the implications?
Totally. And the backdrop to all of this is this Truth Social announcement from Donald Trump.
Right. Where he says he's appointing her with great pleasure.
Great pleasure, huh?
Yeah. And he points out that she already works as counselor to the president and that she represented him for a long time.
Long time.
And then he says, she's going to lead with diligence and conviction to make sure there's a fair and just legal system in New Jersey.
So, very positive assessment of her.
Yeah, you could say that.
But then you've got the Ring of Fire transcript, which I'm not sure positive is the word I'd use.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
In fact, they go in the total opposite direction.
Yeah, they do.
They call Alina Habba probably the most incompetent lawyer in the United States of America, possibly in the history of the United States of America.
Wow, that's a pretty strong statement.
You think so?
Yeah, and then they get even more specific about it.
Oh, yeah, like with the criticisms.
Yeah, they claim she lost every single case she handled for Donald Trump.
Every single one.
Which they say cost over $500 million because she couldn't win a case.
Oof, that's not good.
Not good at all. And then they go on to say that a lot of these cases she lost were easily winnable if she'd had a competent defense lawyer.
And they claim that even other attorneys who don't like Trump agree with that.
Really?
Yeah, it's interesting. And then they bring up how Trump isn't even allowed to be on the board of companies in New York because of all this.
Right, so they're directly connecting those legal outcomes with his current situation.
Which leads to their reaction to her appointment. Yeah, the speaker's just like floored. They even use the phrase fail upwards to describe her career.
Like, how is this possible kind of thing?
Exactly. And then they start speculating about what could happen next.
Yeah, what's that?
They think she might end up on the Supreme Court.
No way.
Or as a federal judge, or even hosting on Fox News.
Fox News.
Yeah, they say she's got the Fox News look and that she'd appeal to,
certain demographic.
Pretty much, yeah.
And this is all coming from the Ring of Fire transcript, by the way.
Right, we're just reporting what they're saying.
Exactly. And finally, they offer a theory about why Trump keeps supporting her, even with all these supposed losses. They say he puts her loyalty over his own interests.
Interesting.
And even imply that it might be because he likes to look at her.
Wow. So this source is painting a very different picture of the situation.
For sure. We've got Trump praising her competence and dedication to justice on one side, and then this transcript alleging incompetence and suggesting other motivations.
So it's like two totally different versions of Alina Habba and why she got this position.
It really makes you think about how we assess competence, and what actually drives these big legal appointments.
Definitely. And how that all ties into creating a fair and just legal system like Trump talked about.
Right.
It's a lot to consider.
It is. So thanks for joining us for this deep dive into this very interesting topic.
It's been fascinating.
It really has.
See you next time.